US President Donald Trump's tariff saga continues. This time, Trump has aimed at the pharma sector. The US President announced a 100% tariff on imports of branded and patented pharmaceutical drugs. These tariffs start from 1st of October 2025. Trump announced the tariffs in a post on the social media platform Truth Social. He said, starting October 1st, 2025, we'll be imposing a 100% tariff on any branded or patented pharmaceutical product unless a company is building their pharmaceutical manufacturing plant in America. Is building will be defined as breaking ground and or under construction. There will therefore be no tariff on these pharmaceutical products if construction has started. Thank you for your attention to the matter. Not only this, Donald Trump also announced 50% tariffs on kitchen cabinets and bathroom vanities, 30% on upholstered furniture and 25% on heavy trucks starting October 1st. The US President has said that these tariffs will encourage domestic investment and dismissed concerns that higher import taxes raise costs for consumers and businesses. However, the President may have overlooked the fact that the Consumer Price Index, which measures how prices for goods and services change over time, rose 2.9% over the last year. So are these tariffs creating new jobs or any opportunities for America? Well, there was little evidence suggesting that tariffs were creating jobs in new manufacturing facilities, with manufacturers cutting 42,000 jobs and builders reducing 8,000 since April. Then why is Trump rampantly imposing tariffs? Well, Trump did not provide a legal justification for the tariffs. He did, however, appear to stretch the bounds of his role as commander-in-chief by stating that the taxes were needed for national security and other reasons. Trump's 100% tariffs on the pharma sector comes at a time when Fed Reserve Chair Jerome Powell in a recent news conference said, we have begun to see goods prices showing through into higher inflation. The latest tariff announcement on the pharma sector was shocking as Trump had previously suggested that tariffs would be phased in over time so that companies had time to build factories. However, there is one way to avoid these tariffs. Trump declared that the new tariffs would apply unless a company is building their pharmaceutical manufacturing plant in America. Is building will be defined as breaking ground and or under construction. There will therefore be no tariff on these pharmaceutical products if construction has started. Now the question is, how much pharma and medicinal products does US imports? And how will these latest tariffs impact India? Let's take a look. America is the world's largest importer of pharmaceuticals and second largest exporter. According to the Census Bureau, America imported nearly $233 billion in pharmaceutical and medicinal products. Nearly 90% of US biotech companies reportedly rely on imported components for at least half of their approved products. However, in 2024, America's pharma imports were way higher than its exports, leading to a $115.5 billion trade deficit. The Trump administration has hinted it may use tariffs to balance this gap. But in just the first half of 2025, the deficit has already hit $72.7 billion, which means this year could end up even worse than 2024. Also, America is the largest export market for Indian drug makers, so apparently this latest decision by Trump will have a significant impact on India. India is often known as the pharmacy of the world. India accounts for 20% of global generic medicine supply, contributes 60% of vaccines, and hosts the highest number of US FDA-approved plants outside America. India's total global pharma exports stood at over $30 billion in 2024-25. According to the Pharmaceuticals Export Promotion Council of India, out of India's $27.9 billion worth of pharma exports, 31% or $8.7 billion worth of pharma exports went to the US in financial year 24. Another $3.7 billion, approximately rupees 32,505 crore worth of pharma products were exported in just the first half of 2025. As per the reports, India supplies over 45% of generic and 15% of biosimilar drugs used in the US. Generics rule the US prescription market and India plays a big role here. Reports say 4 out of every 10 prescriptions in America come from Indian-made drugs. According to analytics from IQVIA, these Indian generics saved the US healthcare system a massive $219 billion in 2022 alone and nearly $1.3 trillion billion between 2013 and 2022. So what happens now? As of now, American tariffs appear to mainly target branded and patented drugs and spares the generic medicine segment. Branded and patented drug segment is dominated by multinationals. As India mainly exports generic medicines to the US, as of now, uncertainty looms over whether it will impact India's pharma exports to the US. However, any move to expand these tariffs beyond the patented drugs could place pressure not just on manufacturers but also on the patients in US. Indian companies operating on thin margins in the US generic space may struggle to absorb costs if tariffs are imposed on them and end up passing them on to US consumers or insurers. With the ongoing India-US tensions, could Trump's 100% tariff give a major blow to the relationship? What do you think of it? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.